Alright, what's up guys? It's Rotiwak here again. This video has been entirely too difficult to make. For some reason my computer decided it wanted to keep cutting out all my footage by just dropping the frame rate down to about, a frame per minute, which I figured was pretty unwatchable and you guys probably wouldn't want to hear that. So, what I've done is I'm just re-recording a new intro for it. What we're going to be doing here is I want to try making a series where instead of just talking, we've done a lot of stuff discussing competitive teams, and I think that's really fun, but I want to have some actual gameplay because A, it's pretty simple to do, and also it's one thing to talk about teams, it's another to actually be able to see them in action, kind of see how you should use those things. So what I want to do is something I've wanted to do for a while, but I haven't really felt confident. I feel like I should probably, instead of just giving people teams to ranked, I should probably actually play it myself. So, well, I haven't in quite a few seasons. So, we're going to get into that, and the team I'm going to use is going to be something, well, we're probably going to use a couple teams over the course of this. But for starters, what I want to use is Screens Hyper Offense. Go ahead and switch this order here. And yeah, so the point of this team is it's not going to win every game, but it's going to win most games and very quickly. So, for the purpose of just climbing up the ladder, this seems like the team I want to use. Also, I'm interested in this sort of team in general. So, right off the bat, let's pull these guys up here, and I can explain what they're here for. So during the course of this, there was one video from before I saved the team, or one video before I changed the team that survived, or one of the battles. I don't know why that one is one that lived. Up until the battle, I think it had gone like 3 or 4-0. That was the loss, but it showed a pretty big problem in the team. This used to be a Breloom, which the idea was to use Spore to open up additional setup opportunities, which was fine. It just really didn't come up that much, as you didn't get nearly as many opportunities as I hoped. And also, if your opponent did get rocks, you were screwed, because you're running with a whole bunch of rock sweep setup sweepers that now your opponent has rocks. So, Sash Kabutops, it anti-leads Mamoswine, which is kind of how I discovered it, is I wanted something that did that, but also it filled in all the other niches. I cover it later, but now you have your Pokemon that can be much more threatening to Manabuzz. You have Sash to counter setup Pokemon. You have Priority, yada yada. It's amazing. I think you could probably argue for going Jolly, just because, okay, I don't know, I keep clicking around. Where did I put my nature? Am I insane? Oh, it's on the front page. Okay, I am insane. So, I'm adamant just because this was initially for Rain. With Focus Sash, one thing that this lets you do is if you're running Timid, or that would also be awful, if you're running Jolly, what you can do is you're probably faster than Kingdra and Rain, because generally Kingdra wants to run Modest because it's best. So this makes you faster than Modest Kingdra, which means you can Stone Edge into them knocking into your Sash and then Stone Edge again. I understand that this will never actually happen because you have to hit two Stone Edges, but in a pinch, maybe it's an option. The more realistic way is that if Kingdra gets chipped by something, this will let you finish it off, or potentially scare it out, just something along those lines. And yeah, also Jolly makes you speed tie with Jolly Mamoswine, which I don't think is as important because you always win the matchup if you Waterfall first, but I'm getting a little too into that specifically. So, the general idea behind Screens Hyper Offense is you want to get up rocks, prevent your opponent from getting up rocks, get up screens, and then abuse powerful setup sweepers behind screens. So, in order to do that, our lead is going to be Aerodactyl. I skimped a little on the IVs, they don't matter as much on this guy. I mean, as always, having more is better, but whatever. So, we have Taunt, Stealth Rock. These are usually the only moves you get to click. Taunt is almost always a turn 1 play. You just stop. If they're a Pokemon that can get rocks, you taunt so that they can't use rocks. And then you use your own rocks. Oblivious Mamoswine stops this. And hence Kabutops. But for most Pokemon, they're tauntable. You go from there. You taunt them, you get rocks, you die. Now, you do have attacks. They are useful. I've looked at the other options. There's so many great moves that Aerodactyl would be awesome with if it learned, but you don't get any of them. I think the only other potentially viable move option for Aerodactyl is Dark Gem Crunch, and that's just because that's your only way to one-hit KO Starmie. And so if I don't know, I get in a position where there's like only a couple other people queuing right then, one of them's running a Starmie team, I might try Dark Gem Crunch. Outside of that, it's awful. It doesn't KO anything outside of just like no bulk Starmie. And so you're also, sashless. I don't like it. Otherwise, though, this team is kind of an issue leading to Starmie. You kind of just lead Electrode and go from there, but it's nice to have rocks. Okay. That preamble covered. So yeah, that's Arrow. One of those could change. So Ice Fang seems good, but it never KOs Scontra. Okay, never KOs Sky. Well, okay, so I guess maybe you could do the same thing where you go Ice Gem for the Ice Fang, but Sash, we're just sticking with this. So, Electrode, Light Clay. I've got Jolly because mine doesn't have any attacks, and I just wanted a speed boosting nature, so here we are. IV's just max defenses and speed and HP. So, Reflect, Light Screen, Taunt, Teleport. The way this set used to work is you still had double screens Taunt. Taunt is once again to keep them from getting rocks, stop them from defogging, because defog removes screens, stop setup, it's really good. So you used to be able to run Explosion or Volt Switch in this place. Volt Switch was fine, as sometimes you actually do want to have an attack, but you could get blocked by ground types, and that was less than ideal. Also, you're super fast as Electrode, so Volt Switch switches you out first, but now if your opponent has a move that they can actually hit back with, whatever you're switching into has the option to get hit. And since Electrode's job is to be, the idea behind screen sepper offense, to get to the very core of it, is you use these two Pokemon to set up the ideal 4v6. So, Aerodactyl and Electrode, their job is to just get their things up and then die. So then you play a 4v6 with rocks up, with an opponent's potentially taunted Pokemon, with double screens, and you hope that's enough. It's one of those strategies that we're basically going for the strategy that should win like 80% of games. We could pick a complicated balanced team that has the potential to win virtually every game, but I just picked super ease of execution, learning the meta, getting back into it. There are some games that you just won't win with this team, but you'll win most of them, you win them quick. So yeah, sometimes you'll want a different attack, but more often than not, Teleport's great because it achieves the purpose of Electrode, getting out and getting one of these Pokemon in safely behind screens. So, then let's get into the sweepers. Adamant Dragonite. This Pokemon's EVs do go through a couple changes over the course of this video. The reason for this spread here, and this spread specifically, the 2 is relevant, that's not a real stat, but the 4 does matter, is that this, because we're running Fire Punch, Dragon Claw, Substitute, Dragon Dance, so the attack is just what's left. This HP, 204, is to give you a good leftovers number, and also because this HP plus this defense makes it so that Ferrothorn's Gyro Ball, assuming it's min speed, like 0 IV, negative speed nature, Ferrothorn's Gyro Ball only breaks for Substitute, behind a Reflect, which you probably will be in that situation where you're trying to do this. Ferrothorn's Gyro Ball only breaks your sub in, say it's 12% of the time or less. I think that was the number, but you have a very good chance to do that, and you have lefties, so you can give it a couple tries, but you definitely should, unless you are just the least lucky person. You'll be able to get a sub behind, you'll be able to be +2 behind a sub, and then one at KO with Fire Punch, and go from there and just win. So that's Dragonite. Also, these are useful for other things. The reason, this could all be defense, but this HP lets you live things like Modest, Starmie, Ice Beam, right? If, worst comes to worst and you need to sit up in front of a Starmie, you will live the initial hit. So that's something. I think if you put 4 Spadef in here, it takes the chances of 0 investment Rotom Wash's Volt Switch. It takes the chances of that breaking your Substitute from 7% to basically 0.7%. But, so I think that change is worth it. 4 attack doesn't really matter, and that spit up is another thing where it's just more valuable to have it there. I'll probably change that later. Yeah. Okay, so then we have Gengar. The same Gengar I've been using for a very long time. I adore this set. It's amazing at everything. Timid, Max, Plot, Sub, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast. the goo, Black Sludge, nothing more to say there. Volcarona, this should be modest. Again, this is just my old Volcarona from a long time ago. And yeah, this is the way I use it. So, this is Substitute Volcarona, which is incredible. Sub, Quiver, Quick Buzz, Fire Dance. So basically, the only type of Blissey that can stop this Volcarona is a Blissey with Seismic Toss plus Toxic. And that Blissey can't touch this Gengar. So, that's how it works. One of them gets to sit up on your Blissey. And also, Sub is just incredible against revenge kills, all sorts of options. Okay, finally, we have Kabutops. Kabutops is offensively threatening, but not really a sweeper. His job is just to be a spinner if things go south, although the speed boost from spin can be very useful. He's a priority Pokemon, is the Waterfall and Stone Edge, which are helpful in a lot of situations. Alright, and that's kind of the team overview and what we're doing. Without that, I will get back into the games. I apologize if the volume and stuff shifts a little bit between clips. I cut a lot of these together. It didn't go as smoothly as I hoped, but yep, enjoy. That's the story for another day. So we're looking at offense, which with this team means free win. Mamoswine and Starmie can be kind of annoying counter leads for Aerodactyl, because Starmie can just hit you with a Surf. I really don't want rocks going up there, so okay. So if I lead Aerodactyl, worst case with Starmie is he surfs as I rock, and then he spins to kill me as I damage him. Although, I think that's kind of fine, because then he has a weakened Starmie, and I bring in Electrode in that case. Okay, so this is the situation I didn't like as much. I really want to taunt, because stopping Stealth Rocks from going up is super important for my team. But if he Icicle crashes, and then Ice Shards to finish me off, Aerodactyl is, of course, in a world of hurt. I still think I have to make the play to stop rocks. It's more important for him to not rocks. Oh. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I guess we're going up against rocks anyways. Has Oblivious always stopped that? It doesn't matter. I'll look that up later. Huh. Well, that is news to me. And, I mean, this makes the Volk sweep scarier, but honestly not impossible, which is fun. Yeah, I mean, Reflect, right? Because Earthquake is spooky. Do I let him spin against me? Yeah, I mean, going to Gengar isn't a winning line here. Starmie poses a bit of a problem, as super effective against a lot of my team. Static's kind of fun. Static actually means that I can come in here and just click Teleport and see what he does. Okay, so we tried to attack. So I have dual screens up, and I've got some options. I can go Gengar and Substitute, which allows Gengar to threaten, I mean, most of his team. Mamoswine getting chipped means that any potential Sash is gone. Gengar's a pretty big threat to Infernape, and if I sub, then Scizor can be handled. Ferrothorn also doesn't love the prospect of Gengar behind a sub. Volcarona is potentially just... Oh, nope, Gyarados. Gyarados and I don't have rocks. Okay, so Volcarona is not that big of a threat. I could go Dragonite. So I could go Dragonite and try to just scum Substitute. But he has Icicle Spear. But he's not Scarf Icicle Spear. So I actually... no, that's still not a good play. Yeah, my best option is just to go Gengar. Yeah. Alright, Mamoswine's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to think about a way around that. Or maybe it's just... Maybe I do try to sneak hazard removal somewhere. We'll find out. This is, of course, the world's easiest substitute. Okay.
Buddy, I'll sub till you full para. Like, that's... You want to stay in with Paralyzed Starmie against Gengar, be my guest. Also, Starmie dying would be huge for my team, so... Wait. Oh, he Ice Beamed and didn't break my sub. Okay, I wasn't even looking at the screen. I was off taking a drink. So I could have nasty plotted there and basically just won the game on the spot. But I didn't. Yeah. Because the Shadow Ball might not kill. Actually, probably doesn't kill. And now I died Icicle Spear. Like, okay, that's what I get for looking away, right? Ugh. I didn't want to miss the risk the Focus Blast miss, but I mean I should have, right? So now I guaranteed tie shard. Okay, I don't. Still though. Okay. Yeah. This has been sloppy as hell. We're very embarrassed about this game. Oh my god. So yeah, in a world where I get to +2 there, suddenly Mamoswine gets donked by a Shadow Ball, no chance of missing. Ape would die. So he'd have to come in, Bullet Punch Scizor to break my sub, and then Starmie could come in to chase me out, but at that point I'm at a huge advantage. I mean, what? He probably Bullet Punches? Gengar has very little use at this point, so I just hope he doesn't Bullet Punch. Okay, cool. And that's fine. That's so incredibly fine. I could substitute with Breloom. That could be a decent option here. It's not great. I don't like any of my options. I don't have Reflect, so that Bullet Punch is going to hurt. So... I think I'm going to Spore. I don't think he goes Hard Ferrothorn. What do I know? Hard Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn's more of a liability for him, though. So, I mean, he has to start playing horribly to lose here. So I think he almost definitely this is just game over, because now he just... I mean, maybe he goofs up, and I can get a sub here? Okay. I mean, still not much. Still in a bad position. So now he knows that I'm sub-Focus Punch. So again, killing Ape doesn't do a lot here. I might try it anyways. Well, maybe I try to Spore him. His U-turn probably breaks my sub. Yeah, this probably breaks my sub. Yeah, so I should have just Focus Punched, but then I just Focus Punch into a Gyarados, which is, you know, pretty bad for me. Yes, okay, I needed something like this. Like, I think I needed to go for that and risk the U-turn into Ferrothorn. That was just too detrimental for me. Scizor being asleep isn't... Okay, this is still going to be really hard. Electrode's going to be nice. Okay, so he gets his switch into Gyarados now, right? I can go Gyarados on my Focus Punch. So I could Seed Bomb. Let me see how much damage I do to Gyarados. I still think it's not much. Yeah. I mean, I'm faster than Adamant, but with Intimidate, because I don't have rocks, because of the turn 1 kerfuffle. Because, yeah, if I even get up a little bit of Earthquake Chip, suddenly it's way different. Alright. Oh, God. I've played this so poorly. Do I have to go Focus Punch on the choke to Ferrothorn? No, I think I just need all the damage I can get on Gyarados. I think there's an argument for subbing a second time, but I don't love that argument. Yeah. We've got to do this. Hope he's not terribly bulky. He's pretty bulky. This looks like the end, my friends. Maybe we hope he's Waterfall plus Power Whip. I think legitimately we just have to praise Waterfall Power Whip here. Or that he like misses Ice Fang or something. Oh, of course he's Ice Fang. I mean, Ice Fang's the right set. I agree with that. It's just annoying for me. A Choice Band Dragonite would be pretty nice. Too bad I am not that. So, I mean, he isn't actually in Volcarona danger because Infernape is full HP. And I'll be low enough from rocks. Ape can finish me with CC pretty easily. I could taunt to stop the second Dragon Dance, or it can reflect. I don't think it really matters. Cool. Yep. And we don't get the static. So that's it. Good job, my guy. I need to learn how to play against Mamoswine and how to take free wins when your opponent Ice Beams from a Starmie into a light screen Gengar. Oh, that goes so different if... Man, if Gengar is behind a sub, because then he has to sack Scizor. He has to sack Scizor, bring in Starmie to chase me out, but I can just pretty safely switch something. I can pretty safely switch Electrode into Starmie. Okay, that's why we're doing this, right? To learn. I don't love how bad hazards are once they get up. I'm not positive about Breloom on this team. Or at least this version, right? Maybe like something bulky. I think Trick Rotom could be fun, but Trick Rotom with a Suicide lead feels kind of whack. I could try my own Life Orb Starmie. Here's an option. Rapid Spin Kabutops. Rapid Spin Kabutops gives me A, priority. And yeah, I could run Rapid Spin Sash Kabutops to have a strong answer back into rain teams. It gives me the answer for Mandibuzz that I don't need but appreciate. Hold up. Now, like, just going into a game and like losing one game, it's like I need to change the team because it is a game, isn't like a good way to look at teams, but I think this is indicative of a bigger problem. Do I run double Focus Sash? So, okay, I also need a strategy. What do I do against an opponent's lead Mamoswine? That's a problem. It's good to know about Oblivious Mamoswine now. So this gives us a pretty good lead into opposing Oblivious Mamoswine. Am I Adamant Max? Cool. So... I could always Waterfall first. I think maybe that's the play. Maybe you always Waterfall first against opposing Mamoswine leads. So then it goes, if they Earthquake, you're at your Sash, and they're either at Sash or dead. If they Icicle Spear, Kabutops has strong, like, good base defense, you never die to that. Maybe 5 crits Choice Band, but that's ridiculous. So, you're rid of that. If they Rocks, then they're at 1 HP. And you're full, so you can just Rapid Spin for the kill. If they... I mean, those are the only relevant moves. Okay, so Kabutops, for this team, is the anti-lead I need for Mamoswine. And also, like, it's just a good lead. It bluffs Rocks if I lead Kabutops as well. Also, Focus Sash, just good to check offensive threats. It gives me that priority I really want. Hard-hitting move. Also, after a spin, you're +1 speed, which means you get to fire off some other pretty high damage moves. Okay. I mean, hell, let's give it a shot. Gyarados is base 81 or something annoying, right? Ugh, yeah. So, outside of Jolly, you're not outspeeding Adamant Gyarados. Even with Jolly, you run the risk of being outsped by Jolly Gyarados. And also then it's just kind of less good overall. Okay, so, let's look at this team. Standard, Scar and Bliss, Slacking is not standard, and that extra turn of setup it gives me will be huge. This looks like one of those lead Aerodactyl and Profit games. I don't see how he could counter-lead this. I don't even need to taunt here. This is just free rocks. I actually wish he could kill me. I mean, getting some chip on him for the kill would be fun. I mean, Stone Edge is the obvious move from me, but he doesn't even have a resist, so Stone Edge. Yep. I mean, like, of course, right? Well, we get our taunt at least. Yeah. No, you're gonna have to kill me, my guy. And I encourage you to do so. Please. Ah! Aerodactyl, why? Let's see. That's upsetting. Does he die to 2 Stone Edges? And we're just gonna set up screens, because with Brave Bird, you know, this is looking like Dragonite puts this team in the dirt pretty easily. I mean, Dragonite needs some boost to beat Cofferegus, but Cofferegus can't really break through. Okay, what are you gonna do, dude? Toxic? Stealth Rocks? I'm gonna taunt because that stops Teleport, it stops Toxic, most importantly it stops Rocks. And if this dude wants to come out and Seismic Toss my Electra, it'd be my guess. I'm going to Light Screen and Teleport out. I did click Reflect first, right? Yes. Okay. Sure, dude. Yeah. Go wild. Yes, so I do this, he takes me to 60, and then this gives me the priority to teleport out into... So I could start setting up with Gengar. That's incredibly threatening to Slacking, Ape, Kappa, Skarmory. I mean, Gengar could win the game here, right? He's paralyzed and taunted, though. So, Volcarona also could come in and start setting up, but... I mean, there's Infernape there, and I have other chances to force Volcarona through. Dragonite... There's an argument for giving Dragonite enough HP so that it can substitute on Chansey. I might actually think about that. Or substitute on any Pokemon that does that. I mean, he's taunted, right? So I can Dragon Dance once. I have Fire Punch for these guys, Dragon Claw for Slacking, and Substitute for Slacking, more importantly. Ape can't do much to me. Yeah, I think I just come in and start Dragon Dancing, which means the fact that he's paralyzed and taunted. Maybe he Seismic Tosses. I kind of don't want to get Toxic here. I'll throw off a sub. Yeah, yep. This is the play. And now I don't really need rocks, so he can defog them if he would like. I guess I could have Dragon Danced once. Nah, it's better to be safe than sorry on this team. I've got quite the advantage here. I'm behind a Reflect. There's a good chance that doesn't even break. Yeah. Yeah, Reflect is insane with Dragonite. Like, Dragonite's already so naturally bulky that plus Reflect. That's why I'm using Dragonite over Salamence. Also, importantly, Dragonite gets access to a physical fire move and Fire Punch, whereas Salamence gets Fire Fang, but that's so weak it hardly even counts. So you get your good Fire Dragon coverage. Oh, okay, so we're Whirlwind plus Brave Bird. That's fair, I guess. I got a little greedy. I don't really want him setting up something annoying here. I think I just plot so that if he defogs, I threaten to just kill him with Focus Blast. Okay. This is absolutely best case scenario for me. I think I have to Focus Blast to kill him. Alright, and we do. Nice. So Gengar is looking incredibly threatening against him. I don't want to play around with Focus Blast against Slacking, so I'll just substitute on the turn where Slacking gets to make an attack. Then hit him the next one. So he should go into Scizor here. Yep. This is where he could Pursuit or Bullet Punch. He only kills me if he's Choice Band Bullet Punch, though. And if he is Choice Band Bullet Punch... I mean, Volcarona probably can't just sweep his team like this, so... I'll keep Gengar alive. Do I die? I think I do. Yeah, man, I wish I sold that Reflect. And for what it's worth, +2 Focus Blast is a kill. So what? I could go Kabutops? Or Dragonite here? I think maybe letting Electro die could be the play. If he Pursuits, I'm kind of in trouble. But, okay, he doesn't Pursuit. Yes, I think this is probably my best option. Wait, oh, wait, this is insane. I just win now, what? Okay. Dragonite comes in and clicks. I didn't even need to sub, right? Yeah, why would I sub? I just Dragon Dance here. I mean, Skarm's dead. Rocks are up. Scizzor's at -1. Yeah, I just dance, so I'm faster than everything. And then... Wait, what? What are we doing, bud? Toxic Scizor. Alright, I would advise against that. But he can throw a +1 Bullet Punch into me. That could hurt a little bit. Okay, he does. Wow, okay, it could hurt a lot of it, but... we still make it out. Uh-oh. Music, where you at? I need some beats. I still have the option to sub on Slacking. Perfect. That's all I need. So I know I'm faster than Positive Base Natured 102. Slacking is potentially Positive Base Natured, but Base 100 and not Choice Scarf because I outsped with Arrow. So, this is the world's easiest sub. Could he have multi-hit move? I don't think so. Okay. So here, I'm at kind of a crossroads. I could Dragon Claw. I should just check the damage, right? Slacking. Man. That's Scizor. Okay, I did just win the game right there. Figured. So for Slacking, if I had to go to Dragonite, and +1, because I have... yeah, I danced once. So, I mean, +2 Dragon Claw is not a kill, so I have to Dragon Claw twice. And if he switches to Cofferegus, then, like, sucks to be me, but Scizor is dead, so Gengar probably wins. Yeah, so I just Dragon Claw, because if he kills me with Helmet on the switch to Kaffa, I win with Gengar. Yep. Cool. And what am I at here? 19. I think I live helmet, but just claw. Yeah. Don't want to mess around. So now I think we can sub, right? We were at that. Yep, just over 25. Perfect. So, what this does is we get to... Oh no, I'm gonna get seismic tossed. That's super fine with me. I'll just Dragon Claw. I don't need to play around with predictions or anything. I mean, here I actually just bring in Kabutops and click Waterfall. Yeah, because that's a kill. Yep. Like, I could try to do something weird with Gengar, but... why when I just do this? Yep, I don't give him a chance to heal, don't want to mess around with Focus Blast accuracy. I mean, he probably can't touch Gengar, right? It's almost definitive. It basically is. Chansey'd never run another attacking move besides Flamethrower, but... I don't know. I probably should just sub there. Like, that's probably the correct play to sub there. And then I can just weaken this and win with Volcarona into Gengar. Because Ape doesn't have a way to boost it.
This team should be a pretty easy Aerodactyl lead. Yeah, Aerodactyl should stop all their hijinks. Cool. This is fine with me. He can Bullet Punch me down to my Sash, but I still get rocks, so that's all I care about. Or he can U-turn, in which case I have rocks and I can taunt whatever comes in next. So we're feeling pretty good with this lead. Alright, it's rocks into U-turn. Cool. We'll take those. Okay, I mean, you're allowed to do that. I could stop further setup by him. That feels like it's probably the play. Yeah, don't want him getting too fancy there. Those sword stances. Now take me to my Sash. As maybe we hit the Stone Edge. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, doesn't really matter, but I just wanted to get a little chip on him. Makes him easier to finish off with something besides Volcarona. Cool. There, so now, what we're wanting to do is go to Electrode. Oh, no. And we just reflect. Yeah, I mean, you can SD again, but behind a reflect with a resist, yeah, we're looking pretty good here. Volcarona is looking incredibly threatening to his team. I mean, I don't want him to get +6, right? Even though he's definitely just going to U-turn here. We'll taunt anyways, we'll be nice. Or not U-turn, probably Bug Bite. U-turn would be amazing for me. But he's probably... Oh, he went for it, okay. I can respect it. I can respect the hustle. Do we even need to light screen? Not really. Kazam can only threaten Volcarona with Psyshock anyways. We'll just teleport. Do we live? Oh, that's super nice. Okay. I mean, we're Volcarona behind a sub. We could go Dragonite. And just Fire Punch. Right? Ooh, Fire Punch with Dragonite feels kind of good. Because then even if he hits me, I mean, I'm still the Dragonite. Kaffa can't come in on me. Chansey doesn't want to come in on me. Ape can't. Slacking can't. I'll keep Dragonite. Volcarona is probably the least useful member at this point. And getting rid of his buffs is most important for me. I'm just Fire Dancing, not going to play around. Yeah. Because, yeah, I would live if I go for the dance, but Chansey still tops me, and that's 2 chances for him to get a crit. So, you know. It's, again, better safe than sorry. Like, this team's a super easy win. None of that situation is neutralized. I mean, what? Yeah. So he goes Chansey here. Seismic Toss is probably his only way to touch me. So kind of like the idea. Ooh, I'll consider investing enough HP because Ragnar still has enough attack. Yeah, maybe I can go HP investment to live. Seismic Tosses. Let me check that out next. I think we'll just go Gengar here, right? Because he knows I'm substitute, so he probably doesn't Toxic here. Yeah, probably Seismic Tosses. And this, to me, gives me a pretty free substitute, which I think just wins the game. Because Zam behind a substitute with Rocks Up means... Or Gengar behind a substitute with Rocks Up means that even if Zam comes in, Sash is getting broken. I'm faster than Life Orb and Fernape, faster than Kappa. I don't one-hit KO Kappa, but I just sub, you know? With Slacking, I can sub every turn that he gets to attack. Okay, cool. Always nice to get rid of this threat. He probably goes Kappa after this. Right, so I just... Yeah, no reason to do anything else. Whoa, what? We have Modest Alakazam, my guy? Alright, well, things went from very good to just straight over for me. I just nasty plot no matter which Pokemon he brings in, and I win the game. Cool. So, Chansey, not a good answer into this team. Or you need, like, a super strong Gengar check. Like Pursuit plus BP Scizor that you keep safe. Yep. We just plot up. See what he plans to break my sub with. Oh no, that was not the play, my guy. Do you not have a 100% accurate move? I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't know what I'm saying. Like, it's over either way. 'Cause... I mean, if super realistically, his best chance is to try to PP stall me by switching 100 times, but rocks are up, so that's not even really an option. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good, but we have played that guy before, so we're going to give this one more. Okay, cool. This feels like a similar team. This feels like bullying. I don't feel good about this, so... Once again, what stops my Aerodactyl lead? Staraptor does not. So we go ahead, we get our rocks, because rocks are awesome, and then we Stone Edge. Because the great thing about Stone Edge is even if you're intimidated, it's got that high crit chance. I guess he's going for like a quick attack into close combat. That seems like the move. We'll just throw this off anyways. It was definitely smart of him to do it in that order, so that he can live this. Yep. Nice call from him. Oh, so he has to go for the... I think me switching here is too obvious. So I'm just going to taunt because I don't want him to roost. Yep, I just want to make sure that he quick attacks there because going Electrode as he close combats could hurt. Alright. Oh, Shell Bell. Okay. I mean, once again, I think I just do this. CC is strong, but even if he heals up, it's not that big of an issue. He could be Defog. So quick attack, CC. Defog Roost. I don't even need rocks that bad. If he defogs, this is super fine for me. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're just gonna throw Resist Brave Birds. Definitely should be CC. Although lots of people aren't terribly familiar with the electric into flying matchup. It doesn't happen that often. Or at least the other way around, the flying into electric, I should say. I don't even really need a light screen here. I'll just taunt. Right, in case it's defog or something. Don't want him defogging my screen. No, just CC. Cool. Now we teleport into... Dragonite might be the play. Okay, so let's think about what it's not. So if Kabutop's here, hold up. Kabutops comes in and clicks Jet. What switches into... I mean, Kafarigas, but not well. I could go Volk, but... eh. Gengar has to hit a Focus Blast, 'cause stinking normal typing. Yeah. Dragonite it is. And this time he doesn't have a setup Scizor before I get Dragonite out, which is even better for me. Is there a reason to anything besides dance? No, I think he kills himself to Brave Bird too. It's actually better for me if he doesn't kill himself to Brave Bird, but... Nice. Good, good, good. So I could get off another dance here. So the second dance... I don't think it's as important. I think it is Dragon Claw here, yeah. Quick attacks can do negligible damage. So, I mean, letting him Brave Bird me to get +2... Because I still don't die to Scizor, importantly. But I want to have enough HP left that I can use my subs to play around slacking Kafarigas. What he might try to do is use Blissey to get me low and finish me off with Scizor. That's certainly a threat. Nope, we're going straight for Scizor. Okay. Well, we're just Dragonite's Fire Punch, so that's going to cover that. Akaberry can't save you now. Maybe you could if you're spit. Okay, that's that's a tangent not worth exploring. So there's that. Yeah, that's really good for us. You know, Infernape's probably faster than us. Yeah. Did I even bother to light screen? No, I just taunted. That's fine. Dragonite probably doesn't get its sub broken by Shadow Ball. We'll find out. Oh, it could be Haze. Haze could be a problem. Yep. The thing is, even against Haze, I can just keep slamming Dragon Claws into him. Because he's lefty, he's not Helmet. It almost feels worth it to go for the burn, but it's not. It just almost feels like that. Roost would be great to fit on the Dragonite set instead of potentially Substitute, but I think Sub is just so great for so many situations. Okay, sure. Chansey does not appreciate Dragon Claws. Yeah. So I'm going to dance here because I could Dragon Claw as they potentially break the sub, and then Dragon Claw again. But if I do that, then Infernape's in and faster than me, which isn't a huge problem, but... It isn't a huge problem because this game is over, but it is a fairly huge problem otherwise. Ooh. Counter. Now I just danced twice, and... yeah. So now I win, because he can... His options here are heal or substitute this turn. Or, sorry, heal or Seismic Toss. If he Seismic Tosses, he breaks my sub, and I kill him with +2 Dragon Claw. If he heals, then I'm at +2, and I kill him over the next 2 turns. Like, I go Dragon Claw, he breaks my sub, and I Dragon... Yeah, so it's over. And then I'm at +2 Dragonite, nothing can touch it. Alright. Okay. Revenge against this team. This team's rough for me. I'm not gonna lie. I think I like a lot of the sets the way they are. I think we just roll with it. Kabutops. I mean, like, I have... Like, this is my counter lead to Mamoswine. I have to counter lead it into Mamoswine. Or else... This doesn't make much sense. And here I just waterfall, because if he switches to Ferrothorn, I'll just play with that game state as it is and see where that takes us. Okay. So he rocks. As I do this. Now this part's iffy. He's maybe spikes Ferrothorn? That could make sense. Yeah, spikes are way less threatening to me though, so for me just spinning these away and hoping that he tries to kill me on the expected superpower. Alright, protect. So scouting for superpower makes sense. I'm still just spinning here though. Please don't also have rocks, that would make me big sad. Perfect. Well done, Kabutops, you made our country proud, and also you didn't reveal that you're Focus Sash, and also didn't waste a Focus Sash, which I would not be a fan of. This situation feels like a pretty easy time to come in with Electrode and click Taunt. So I want rocks for Aerodactyl, but if I come in with Aerodactyl, I have to click Taunt as he goes to Starmie, and he can just spin away my rocks. While basically killing me. So Electrode feels like it's definitely the play here. And we're probably looking towards a Dragonite win condition as it handles everything that he has fairly well. That Starmie could be a problem. Maybe I do go max speed and HP to deal with Starmies. We'll see. What did I want to do? I wanted to taunt, because I don't want him to do anything. He can Power Whip me, but... I mean, maybe he's straight span. Okay, so he is double rocks. This could have been way worse for me. Thank goodness he Power Whips. Yeah, we just reflect here. Okay, he goes Ape. I'm gonna screen because Starmie and might as well. Like if he's triple Stealth Rock, then alright, your rocks are up. Yeah. Ooh, static, maybe? That's fine. I can taunt to stop any shenanigans from Gyarados. Kind of like this. Yeah, don't want to deal with any of that, my friends. He has Ice Fang, which Dragonite definitely does not appreciate. An Electro-type move would be fun, but... Teleport's probably my best option. Oh, wait, this is so much better. Okay, so now I have screens. So suddenly... So what, we know he's Rocks, Power Whip. We don't know the rest of it, but behind a Reflect, we know that this is the freest sub of our lives. And if he gets Rocks here, this is insane for us. Nice. Okay. So, we Dragon Dance once. Just want to have these dances to handle Gyarados. What's he gonna do here? Power Whip? Oh boy. Okay, that's 3 turns to break my sub or something. Now it is game over. Because he can either switch out and I'm at +2 behind a sub, or he cannot switch out and I'm at +3 behind it. +3 without a sub. I mean, this could be Sash Ape. Especially with Starmie. Starmie is really great at... So, like, Starmie should lead you to believe that their team is especially vulnerable to hazards and really wants hazards on your opponent. So I wouldn't be too surprised by Sash here. Which is why I'm not going to dance again. I'm just going to Dragon Claw. Okay, cool. So the other reason I did that is because Scizor, not a problem with this. But if he breaks my substitutes with Sash, as I then kill him, then with Gyarados, I can't one-shot Gyarados. Probably not. So I can hit Gyarados pretty hard, but that leaves Gyarados in Gengar range.
which means that with some shenanigans between Electrode and Gyarados, or Electrode and Gengar and Volcarona, I can finish out the game against his remaining Pokemon, against a weakened Gyarados. So here we just Dragon Claw. Yeah, I think I can remove some of the attack investment on Gyarados, or on Dragonite. The attack investment's great, but putting more in speed and HP just to get these boosts, like, to get more boosts, and then have the boosts last longer. I really want to outspeed stuff like Starmie at +1. Okay.
Alright, well, we've crashed like 3 times trying to load this. I lowered the frame settings, turned off the music, so I have just this running on my computer, and that was supposed to help, but after all the crashes, we'll see. So I don't get to lead Aerodactyl here, which really sucks. Like, it's very bad. I'll sub just because, like, I need to get a whole bunch of value out of Gengar. Okay. I'm gonna get not as much value out of Gengar as I want, but he's probably not sub-rocks, so he doesn't get rocks early, which leads me to believe it's probably a Rocks Blissey. And also, him having this chip out of him is just more things to open up Volcarona. Okay. Do I let Gengar die here? I don't want Gengar to die, but do I have to because leads went bad? I could go for the crit, right? I could play for him to sub. Oh well. Yeah, it's... I guess I could have just gone Arrow, right? But going Arrow as he subs would be pretty bad, and I think in this case Gengar is not as important. It's not a huge threat to his main block to Volcarona being Togekiss, but there's a good chance that I can beat through Togekiss with Volcanic Light Screen. Okay, so now we'll go to our real lead. And getting this HPF of Garchomp isn't a bad thing for me. I almost want to just not taunt here and just go Stealth Rock. Or I almost rather Earthquake. So if I Earthquake into Stone Edge, unlike Togekiss. So he probably goes Rotom here, right? Like Rotom makes a lot of sense. I'd actually kind of rather not have Garchomp in when I bring in Volcarona. We'll have to have a damage calculator. You get a better setup. Okay. Earthquake is not going to kill him from this range. I'm almost positive. I mean, what? That's Gengar Shadow Ball. So Gengar has higher stat going into a lower defense with stab. Similar base power. Yep. Okay. So that's 2 Earthquakes. I think I EQ here because Magnezone can set up all over everything's face except for this guy. Yeah. Okay, that's insane best case scenario. So this is sub Hone Claws, which is the only reason you run Dragon Rush on Garchomp. I mean, not the only reason, right? Sometimes we'll get into that later. But it picks up some KOs. Dragon Claw doesn't. I still think I just Earthquake here because while I could Stealth Rock, actually no, I just Rock, right? Because I could be Scarf, I could be Banded for all he knows. Yeah. Rather not waste a turn, but I can do this. And then, here's the real question, though. Do I taunt his Defog? I think I do. Hey, you. Don't defog those. I wish I had... Okay, that works too. Wish I had a ground immune to potentially threaten to stop Volt Switches. Oh, this is perfect. I don't lose my Focus Sash. And we find out that this is pretty bulky, not modest. I mean, which is assumed, right? Because he has Blissey, which means his Spadef setup is rotating between Rotom and Cofagrigus. Once again, we're seeing our very common balance core. Rotom, Scizor, Blissey, Garchomp, although in this case, Chomp isn't the rocker, so it's not as reliable, I feel. This is totally fine, and we're just Stone Edging here. Because what if he does something weird like Sword Stance? Okay, or he goes for a U-turn. He gets greedy with it. Cool. No reason for me to switch out.
I want him to bullet punch me, because if he is bullet punched and locked in front of Electrode, easy for me. Okay, so it's pretty good play by him. See where it's going with this. We are going to go into Electrode and taunt again, because no, still don't want my rocks going away. Pretty important against Togekiss. There it is. This does mean Garchomp's potentially going to get a hit off on me. Yeah. So I can reflect in front of Garchomp. I mean, I think I reflect into Light Screen. Yeah. Or reflect into Teleport. Because I don't care if he subs. If he sub... Okay, so now +1... This Earthquake should kill me. He's in sub-range now, yeah. Okay, so what does Light Screen do for me here? I don't know. How do I finish him off, though? That's the other question. Did I just throw... I mean, the real answer is that this is where Gengar comes in, because Gengar is my one that's naturally faster. We had that ridiculous lead situation, so... Potentially... And everything's gonna live. I think this just makes us... I think we just have to blow our sash on Kabutops here. Yeah. So we might as well Light Screen. Because yeah, with the chip we definitely die. So if he subs, it's whatever. I have taunt, so I figured probably wouldn't. Does Aqua Jet kill? So what, 33%, 34? Yeah. Jet might kill, but I don't think that's worth risking. The problem is he gets to defog. He also gets to defog away my screens, which is very annoying. Okay, sorry, just... I mean, I could try to be a madman and just like, throw Volcarona in on the switch to Rotom. Okay, so I think I do want to Aqua Jet, because if I kill him, I get to preserve my stash. Cool. If I don't kill him, though, then he's going to switch to Rotom to survive the Aqua Jet, and that's where I pull the double Volk. So I Jet here. Yes. Probably doesn't. Yes. Perfect, perfect. Yep. Because we had to bait him into a situation where he wants to switch to something that survives this. And we have to hope, right? Like, he lives and he knows he's faster than Dragonite and Volcarona. So I think if we want to win, yeah. Alright. It's working. Working's a stretch. It's happening. So I think Defog is still a good move for him here. So I'm just going to sub. I don't think you'd really go with Spit F Rotom. Especially because one of the few Pokemon that tears apart Blissey and Cofferegus is Kabutops and Rain. So, and especially with Togekiss as another... Oh, sorry. Talk as I play. Especially with Togekiss as another part of your defensive core. I think that's a really strong reason to go for Fizdef Rotom. Perfect. He gets rid of my screens, but they've done their job. Not really. They did their job in that it really encouraged him to go for Reflect there, which lets me get to +2 before Hydro. He could Toxic me. It could be Toxic. I don't think so, though. I think he probably goes Blissey. Watch me cry as this, Yeah, okay. Ooh. Oh, okay, he stayed and I was like, oh, please don't. Alright. So, this is where we say, please don't have Seismic Toss. Oh, please don't have Seismic Toss. I want to have a chance. Ugh, I don't have rocks for Togekiss, but I'll be boosted up enough. The thing about like the Blissey gamble is if you're not Seismic Toss Blissey and you bring Blissey in front of Volcarona, you get absolutely wiped by like all the boosts that I get. So he stays in, which means probably toss. Yeah, that's a problem. So now we're in kind of an interesting mind game. I need this Volcarona to basically carry me to victory. I can Bug Buzz here, but I think so I'm at +3, that's probably enough. Probably Fiery Dance, right? Because if I get the boost, that's better than Bug Buzz. Well, I mean, the drop is better than the boost, but it's much higher chance to get the boost. Oh, no! I mean, that's fine. It's one of those 50-50s. I guess you could say it's not 50-50, because if I sub, it's always better there, but I need my HP coming out of this for Togekiss. I mean, at +3, I probably beat it, because it maybe has some Spit Up, but I think that's a good argument for Fizzed-Up, or Spit Up Togekiss there. So here I have to just go. I mean, here it's over, right? With Gengar, the situation goes much differently, because then I have the Gengar to threaten out Garchomp there, and then I can kind of play this game into a situation where I can try to get Dragonite set up, because I think Dragonite is a more stable win condition. Sort of game. I won't say better. I'll say more stable. Man, that's unlucky. I mean, if I went for sub there, I won. So maybe that's the way you look at it, right? Although I don't. Again, if I had a calculator and I saw that with a sub. Alright, I'm not getting these boosts either. Yeah, he can just heal every turn, which is what you should do. It's just over for me. I want to leave him kind of chipped, so that Dragonite has the potential to threaten to set up. Dragonite could win if this Togekiss set is terrible. Is not good for me, to say the least. I needed to boost a couple more times. Well, realistically, I needed one of those initial... No, okay. That's not worth getting into. I really wanted to drop there. Or a crit. Crit would be fine. Because if this goes down... Hey, that's... pretty good for me, actually. So, we both pick our lead. For me, I could go Kabutops, or I could go Dragonite. Okay. So, would you be running Haze? I hope not. I hope it's just Wisp. Wisp, no Haze, and I get to boost to a good amount. It's still a tall order, but it's Blissey, not Chansey. That helps. I have pretty good base defenses and a lot of HP investment, so if this is Hex, maybe it's even 3 hits to break the sub. Hold up. Okay, staying in and trying to break the sub with Hex is the only way you lose here, dude. Okay, so let's try to think. Sure. Yeah, I think we should keep dancing. If he's Haze Helmet, I lose. If he's Haze not Helmet, I can get out of this with him dead and me behind a sub, which isn't much. But I mean, it's maybe something, right? So, he is Haze Helmet. I'm gonna make these Dragon Claws count, so we'll go ahead and get a dancing. Yeah, like that's... Yeah, he had the 2 sets that beat me. This thing sets up on Copperrigus that aren't Haze. And Do I go for a +2 here? It doesn't do anything. Even with the crit, I don't think I kill him. I just sub. We need to play super safe. I hope no helmet. Yeah. So the reason I say no helmet is we can eventually wear him down with Dragon Claws because he doesn't heal. Yeah, that's something. Give him a little fire punch here. Let him know what's up. At this point, Scissor's only job is going to be breaking my subs. That doesn't really matter. I kind of like to get a burn. So we'll claw into sub. Okay, so here I could throw the game. If I just quickly click Dragon Dance as he hexes, trying to hex the sub, I think I try to catch him trying to catch me making that play here. Okay, that's fine. Because we're trying to finish him off with +1. Got our dance. The set isn't good against Roy. Man, can't believe this is broken in 2 hits. Kafarika's Hex. I'm gonna have to go look up. I'm running. Okay, so I don't think he goes for. Okay, he already clicked his move, so I don't think he goes for Wisp here. Because if he goes for Wisp here, I'm +1. He's boned. I don't think this kills. +1 either. Throw off the Quies. Yes. Okay, he hexes. Cool. So, we could get crazy greedy and sub here, but that's not worth it at all. Claw, and so like we could lose to Scarf, T-Wave, Togekiss. Because I'm just gonna sub in front of Togekiss. In case it tries to body slam first, basically. If it doesn't, then I think we dance. He could go Scizor and get some chip on me as I kill him. Probably worth it for him long term. Okay, that's fine. So like Blissey trades my HP down and Scissor's Bullet Punch. It's not good for me. It's very bad for me, actually. I mean, what? Sub? Right? Because Hydro can miss. Volt Switch takes you out. I think the next benchmark I want to make sure Dragonite can hit is I want to make sure it subs, if it's realistic, can survive Rotom Volt Switch. So maybe that involves putting a whole bunch in Spadef outside of my attack and just trying to boost attack that way. Yep. We just have to dance and hope he like misses Air Slash or something. Not a lot can be done here. The Scissor's Bullet Punch always kills me, even if, right, I'm at a range where I 2-hit KO Togekiss and then one-shot Rotom and Blissey, which is just not realistic. Even if that were the case, Scissor just kills me. Okay, I didn't want to say it, because I didn't want to jinx the crit out of existence, but hey. So now we're in Roldor if I did Dragon Dance on Rotom. Darn. Is it gonna hurt? Well, yeah. You can see where maybe having a Gengar in a situation like this would be really handy. Give me that mummy back. Oh, keep tossing mummy around. Yeah. So, like, I think I made the plays that I had to with starting from that ridiculous multiple crash situation BS, but the plays I had to were I had to go for risky plays at that point. I had to hope they didn't have the 2 sets that he did. Like, the crit was fine, but as you can see, it didn't matter. I can't calc that now. Oh, when this is over, I'll check and see how hard it is to keep a sub alive against Rotom Volt Switch. It's probably too difficult. I mean, obviously, I'd only check against like mid-investment Rotoms. Anything more than that's ridiculous. So if I Dragon Dance instead of substituting there, and then I got that crit, I actually might have won. But like, that's such an insane situation. Because then I needed to Dragon Claw the Rotom. It probably lives. Dragon Claw Rotom. Okay, well, I'm gonna let this happen. Wait, that was an invested Rotom. Oh, nope, that's multi-skill. Okay, so I'm at 204 HP. I mean, there was a chance for it not to break the sub. Let's get something a little more exact. I could ourselves use some bold, right? Wait. We actually had a decent chance to kill him. Yeah, so we had a decent chance to kill the Rotom. Well, that's the max attack, so we probably didn't. And with Dragon Claw. Yeah, he'd have to be bold with no defense. That was, yeah, that wasn't realistic. So let's think here. I mean, he was chipped though. It's possible, is all I'm saying. Could always crit again. But I want to know, so Volt Switch. There's actually a 0.6% chance of zero investment breaking this Dragonite's, sorry, a 7% chance. If I add 4 Spadef, I think I'll take away 4 attack and add 4 Spadef. So it makes the chance to have it not broken go from 7% to 0.6. Alright, back to the game here. So, let's take a look here, see what we're looking at. Volcarona, again, could mess this guy up if he's not Seismic Toss Blissey. Gengar also looks pretty threatening here. I think Aerodactyl is the lead choice. Okay. How often can Salamence Fog against me? Fairly. Although Dragonite also looks pretty threatening here. Of course, Tyranitar could be an issue, but if I'm at high HP, I can always sub and scum for Stone Edge misses. Gengar dies at +1. Chomp dies at +1. I'm assuming this is physical defensive Salamence, so I might need +2, but I do ignore the Intimidate, so that helps. And Conkeldurr, I want it to be hurt, but of course mess it up after that. So, Dragonite probably looks like the end game here. Do I taunt? No, because if I taunt, then Stone Edge into Mach Punch messes me up. He's probably not Bulk Up. Actually, Bulk Up makes a lot of sense here. Okay, but it's also not, so that's quite good. Ooh, we don't go down to Focus Sash. Beautiful. We also find out that he's Thunder Punch, which means a lot of times Thunder Punch is paired with Ice Punch. I could save this thing, but I have a Gengar, and Gengar is pretty obvious here, so... Alright, well, not that obvious, I guess. Oh well. Did not need Aerodactyl, although it would be decent to mess up Salamence Tyranitar, so maybe I could have kept it. So, here... Yeah, do we just try to force the Dragonite down his throat? We'll get a Reflect. Do I want a Light Screen? Is anything here going to be using special attacks against Dragonite? Potentially Mence, but I don't want any of those to even touch him. Yeah, so it lets me set up on Gengar pretty easily. The Light Screen. And then I will teleport into Gengar. So he's trying to catch me switching to Gengar there, and not on the super obvious Mach Punch. I don't 100% understand that. I think I can go Gengar and Sub is one option. I kind of like that option. The other option is I just go Dragonite, because like he definitely could have Ice Punch. So what? Mach, Drain, Mach, Drain, Thunder. It's Stone Edge or Ice Punch, right? Or Facade. But no, you would Facade Electra there over... well, unless you're trying to counter Gengar. Either way, I think I go Gengar here. Who do I set up on, though? Probably Blissey or his Gengar. Even though I don't love either of those options. I think I need to sub. Yeah. Okay. If he has Ice Punch, good job not revealing it, although I think there's a good chance it's Facade. What do I do here? Do I dance? Like, do I get him low with Shadow Ball? Because I have the Reflect. I think I do. I don't want to stall out my own screens here. I think I can just get this guy low. I always have the option to win late game if he's not Seismic Toss anyways. I could go ahead and just Focus Blast. I think he would keep this thing if I'm him. I think Blissey makes a lot of sense for him. Blissey or Tyranitar. In the Blissey case, I want to go hard Dragonite. In the Tyranitar case, I do not want to go hard Dragonite. In either scenario, I think I am going hard Dragonite. Now, I've got 8 turns of screens. My screen started turn 3. Turn 1 was Rocks. Turn 2 was Die. Turn 3, Reflect. So I have Reflect until turn 11, so... If he goes Blissey here... Actually, if he goes Blissey here, I can find out what he's running. So... I Focus Blast. Okay. This does mean he's less likely to be Scarf Gengar. Yeah, that's fine. I would like to find out if he can touch this Gengar. So we just... Ooh, there's a good chance this is his Rocker. I mean, he didn't lead Garchomp, right? I think we make the Mad Lad play, and we just, yeah. I think we do this. Yeah, probably Rocks there. I still can spin with Kabutops if the situation comes to that, and it might. Kabutops could be useful for finishing off Conkeldurr. Here we sub and we hope that a Toxic hits into it. Okay, yeah, that's kind of good for us. Okay, I have a couple options here. I could well, now It looks like I just want a Bug Buzz to chip him into range. I think. Right, because even if I quiver, he's still not gonna die. Yeah, I just want to get some chip. And we find out that he's Scarf. That's great information. Scarf, quite bulky. I mean, we needed to be +2 to beat Scarf anyways, so that bulk doesn't matter. Although, this chip actually probably will. I mean, Scarf Earthquake means Dragonite comes in and looks hot. Might be Ice Beam Blissey. I could also sack Electrode. So what can Dragonite do here? Tyranitar is kind of the problem child. I think I go Dragonite anyways. Yeah, I think that's fine. So, I mean, at this range, I would live the Earthquake, but I don't want to mess around with that. Wait, I'm insane. My brain has left my head. It's very late here. I don't... Garchompul's leftovers. Aha! It's Choice Scarf. So yeah, maybe I should have just hit it again. But... we'll just dance and hope we live, but probably don't. Okay, just barely. Ugh. It's really upsetting. So I could dance again here to maybe be able to one-shot T-Tart, but that's not anything we're realistically going to mess around with. We're going to say that Garchomp being gone is very nice for Volcarona, and we can force Kabutops in for the spin. Problem is we won't have Sash, so Gengar could be an issue. This is where we hope that he's kind of bulky, but not that bulky. And removing this would also be pretty good for Volcarona. It'd actually be insane for Volcarona. Like it would be Volt could just win the game. Okay, hey, I mean, this Inner Focus, ignoring Intimidate, is beautiful. I mean, Conkeldurr maybe kills us, probably kills us. I don't know. I'm gonna keep. Darn. I say darn, but I definitely can't sub, so I'm gonna just pause the only option. Yeah, I guess. I only have one move I can click here. Whoa, why would you Toxic there, bud? So now I get to kill another Pokemon. And I can force greens in front of them. Which is nice. I mean, maybe it's Protect. Okay, it's the priority one. Oh. I should live this. Yeah. Perfect. I'm gonna pretend like that was calced. Yeah. So now go ahead, give me a Pokemon. Do I even want to kill Blissey here? Because if Blissey stays alive, I bring in Kabutops and I click Waterfall. I can kind of come in and click Waterfall anyways, though. So, he can teleport if he really wants Blissey to live. Yeah. He can teleport if he really wants Blissey alive. Yeah, I just want to Claw. Sadly, my Gengar is going to be in range of his or of his Tyranitar, even after the respective screen goes up. Yeah, we're still going to do this. So if he brings in Tyranitar, then I can actually use the Spadef boost for my Kabutops and live this. But Do I want to light screen? I do, because it's actually pretty huge for Volcarona. Like, I could taunt to stop the sub. Could be great, because he's probably sub, because sub is just, yeah, like the only set we're throwing. But this light screen just makes Volcarona so incredibly tanky against him that I didn't... I mean, I could have risked it, right, because sub is just so obvious, but... It's one of those, it's obvious, but it's not, like, that obvious, right? I might as well grab a Reflect here, because he's going to kill me. No point doing any cheeky teleport stuff. Okay, he wants to risk the miss. Fine with me. So here, I got some questions. I could go Kabuto. I could go Volk, right, and just try to do it. Go Volk and hope that with +2 defense, because I don't get the spin off because Gengar. The Rock's gonna break my sash. Unless I want to try to kill him with Kabutops. Dodge into Jet. I don't know. I've got really bad Spidef, but... Waterfall. Ah, okay. Well, he goes for Focus Blast and hits Focus Blast. What can you do? And it's a crit. I guess restore health with Black Sledge, and okay, my light screen didn't go away quite yet, but that's still very bad for us. Yeah, he has to either not kill me. Ooh, okay. So yeah, if I went Volk that turn, that would have been much better. But like, I had the chance of him not killing me. I had the chance of him missing if he goes Focus Blast. So I think that was a fine play. It's just he went for Focus Blast and he hit it, so that's what I get. I think I have to Quiver here. Do I still have Light Screen? Okay. I think I have to hope that Light Screen 2 Quivers is enough. He like quadruple resists Bug Buzz, so probably not. I probably should have just broken it. Yeah, I should have just broken the sub. I mean, he only did 21%. He didn't get the drop. So maybe I do Fire Dance here. Because Dance into Dance kills. Or maybe I Buzz. Because if he's smart, he could sub here. As my screen goes away. I don't want... yeah, we're just doing this. Oh, this got risque. Come on, Volcarona. Nice. Oh, you're a monster. Even though we played this like apes. It's gonna be nice to us and give us a free little win here. I wonder where I horribly misplayed. Because I know I did somewhere. Oh well. I can look over the footage later. Dude, screens plus Volcarona is insane. Now even your Scarf Tar dies. Before the Might, +2 Bug Buzz. Bzz, bzz. Well, I tried to throw as hard as I could. But thankfully the team came through and saved me from myself. Let's take a look here and see what we're dealing with. So, initial thoughts. Volcarona seems terrifying, as the only things that I have to weaken for Volcarona are, and I will potentially need to chip out on a little bit, and I have to hope it's not, so if it's not Seismic Toss, chip it out on a little bit, Volcarona goes clean through. Some other notable threats. Dragonite isn't much of a threat, because Hippowdon is usually pretty good against Dragonite. They're either running Ice Fang or Whirlwind. Either one of those is a big problem for me. Then... These are the two main setup Pokemon here. What about Kabutops? Kabutops' Waterfall hits hard. Outside of the rain, it's not a huge threat to Skarmory, though. Like, I'm jolly, like, Life Orb in the rain. Insane. I guess I am at it still. So, we're still going to contest rocks, turn 1. I think that that's a good play. So I think we might just go Blissey. Or no, sorry, we might just try to set up against Blissey, and then if that doesn't work, we kind of play it by ear. But against Seismic Blissey and teams with the Dragonite check, this team can have issues. And that's not too uncommon, so I might need to start playing around that a little bit. So one thing that's actually kind of hilarious is if he brings in Gengar here, even if I get chipped a little bit, the sand increasing my SPDF means I think I wouldn't die. I mean, I have Sash, so I guess it's irrelevant, but I don't even think I get knocked down to Sash by Volt Switch unless it's really offensive, because base 80 isn't awful. Honestly, that's going to be a lot worse. So, wait, what? Oh, I was lazy with Aerodactyl IVs because I figured out I'm just going to get knocked down Sash. Okay, and that doesn't really matter. Probably like 1 or 2%, but it's just one of those cheese situations, or maybe it does. I don't know why we're waiting so long. I don't want to win 2 in a row like this. Like, this isn't ranked. I don't get anything from this. I'm just trying to test. You should also, like, for reference, probably lead Rotom against this sort of team. If you're looking at it, right? Like, if you see screens, Arrow, Hyper Offense, and you're running this exact team, yeah, probably Rotom, yeah. And this achieves pretty much the same result for him. I'm behind Sand, which doesn't do much. But it gives me a little bit of chip on Rotom and potentially reveals lefties. Okay, it reveals not lefties, which is also pretty useful information. Yeah, I'm just gonna rock. Right, he has to Volt Switch here. And it goes from probably Scarf to definitely Scarf. Good to know. Yeah, look at that. Power of Sandstorm. Maybe he doesn't know that. It just looks like I have a ridiculous bulked out Aerodactyl. Maybe. Okay, I don't think Fake Out kills me here. But we'll find out. Maybe Scarf U-turn? Unlikely, but maybe. That's risky. Okay, there's no need to go for Stone Edge. I definitely died. It's just physical hit. Okay, this is pretty good to know. This is where, if you have a choice band Scizor, this is where you come in and you click Pursuit. But I'm not, and I don't. So, here we are. I could go Electrode, I think. Electrode lets me start setting up screens and prevents attempts to get up his own rocks from Hippo. And this thing's probably switching out anyway, so yeah. I think that's fine. I'll Reflect first. What's he at? Okay, 21. Yeah, so he lives. But he has the potential for paralysis here. I mean, getting Electrode's HP low is pretty important for him. Electrode is quite deadly. We'll just go Screen. So goes Rotom. This is kinda fine with me. Probably Volt Switches. Okay, so I need to keep track of this sort of thing. I reflected on turn 4. Light Screen to turn 5. I could teleport here, but if I teleport as he decides to Volt Switch into Hippo, I'm in a little bit of a problem. Well, I mean, I'm behind a Reflect, so I think I just fire off an attack at Hippo at that point. I think I just attack, yeah. So I think I want to taunt here. Wait, is he just like so slow but Scarf? Huh. Well, great. my rocks and screen stay up. Like, that could have been catastrophic. If that was faster Scarf to Fog. Really, why would you... So what is he running? Is it like... Probably Hidden Power Fire. You see that a bit on these Rotoms as they're more afraid of opposing Scizor. So a lot of them really like being able to remove Scizor or something like that. I don't know. I don't love it. This will be fantastic, because this will let me see if he is... I think I want to taunt again, because I don't want him to teleport out, and I want him to show me if he's Seismic Toss here. I want him to not be. Yes. Because now we kind of just win. We're just going to teleport. Get one of those out. I also wanted to cover the option of potentially him being rocks. It's unlikely, but just in case. So here's a situation where I don't want to go hard Volk, right? Because I've seen that he is screens. I want to... Or I've seen that he's Scarf. I don't want to get Volcarona tricked, because Volcarona is how I win this game. I think I want to go Electrode. Oh wait, I am Electrode. I just used Teleport. Oops. Rip me. He's probably missing. So I could go Dragonite, but then Skarmory could potentially get up rocks me. I want to go something that doesn't let him get up rocks or defog. Flip. I really don't like this. So he was faster than Arrow, right? Like, I'm not insane. I've got time. I'll check this. Okay. So, I want Taunt to see Ghost Rotom. Rotom uses Volt Switch. Yeah, yep. So it's slow Scarf, but still Scarf. So faster than this. Wait, Aerodactyl and Electrode are like 1 speed apart. That's weird. So we probably speed tied with Electrode. Or speed tied with Arrow in 1. Would have been much better for him if he lost, because then it would bring in Volker, and I could potentially just lose the game right off the bat. But, that not being the case, I'm going to... So I really want to bring in Kabutops to die, right? Okay, no. I'm going to bring in Volcarona. Yes. I'm going to bring in Volcarona and see if he tricks here. Because with Flamethrower Blissey, I can set up in front of it with impunity. I don't need my screens. And I can still get up a screen in a pinch with Electrode. So we're thinking, yeah. Yep. We're thinking you want to go for that trick. Okay. So here, I think I want to taunt. Right? I just don't want to let him trick back or go into a Pokemon and do something. Although him tricking back is fine. Like if I teleport as he tricks, right, so he tricks me back, I'm just going to taunt. That's totally fine with me. I think him going for trick is a fair enough play on his part. Yeah, because I think he wants that back to threaten Volcarona. Now that he has Light Clay, I think Hippo makes a bit of sense. Skarmory also makes a bit of sense for him. So here I do think I just go Volcarona. Because this thing can't really threaten me, I don't think. Obviously I switch first. He'd probably Volt Switch if he wants to switch. Yeah, so that doesn't mean much. Here we see where he goes. It's probably not Spadef Skarmory, because Blissey, which means that I probably kill it with Fire Attack. Probably. I could just sub if Skarmory comes in, because that covers Brave Bird.
And it covers rocks, and it kind of covers whirlwind. Okay, so here's where cat's out of the bag. I mean, this is best case for me, right? He goes Volt Switch into Blissey to cover me going for weird stuff. So I have Light Screen for 2 turns. This Flamethrower is going to absolutely bounce off. Toxic Flamethrower. Did we see Teleport? Feels like it's Teleport. Probably heal. So I think we win this. This is like this Volcarona set is just meant to take the standard Blissey and just wipe the floor with teams running standard Blissey. Yep. Hippo is fine because I'm at +1. So he can roar me out. Because he probably lives this. Probably. But he can roar me out or get rocks. And I think he'll be low enough that no matter what he roars me into, I can either taunt him with Electrode or kill him with Gengar, Dragonite, Kabutops. I'll just buzz because more damage. Oop. Yep. Cool. And he was lefties. Alright, Electrode. So, it's pretty simple. The Earthquakes, that would be very bad for him. I don't think he will. Yeah, we just taunt. Yeah, cool. Cool, please Earthquake me. Please, I don't want to waste a turn switching out. Yes. Okay, so. Now we've got basically good options all around. I could go Kabutops and just threaten to come in and whack with a thing. Whatever Kabutops is threatening him with. Waterfall. So Gengar, what are the things that Volcarona sets up on? Volk sets up on Gengar, Blissey, Rotom, and Automincho. So I think I go this guy, yeah. I just want to get him lower. So this is a very split F Hippo. I'm taking it that well. I just want to Shadow Ball here. I just want to get him lower. This is probably riskier than I need to play. Yeah, I don't need to force this. I just wanted him to be nice and low. I mean, it's probably much better for me to go Dragonite there. Because if he's not Whirlwind, Skarmory, we're in a great... Yeah, there's no reason to throw away Gengar for that. No, there was. Because this isn't threatening. Well, it is threatening, but he has to switch out, which means that he's always low enough that Volk handles it. A +1 Fire Punch is not going to kill him. So what are his options? Defog, Rocks, Roost? Or of his bad options for me. If it's Brave Bird, I want to just boost up again. I just want to Fire Punch though. Because, yeah, you know, feels right. Yeah, because what if he rocks and then I can just win? Or I think just win. It's 41. This should be a kill. Assume if it does the same damage as last time, it's a kill. But I don't know. I can't pretend to know that off the top of my head. And that's why getting Hippo low was good. Like, getting Hippo low could have been good. It could have been bad if he was Whirlwind there, but it was just kind of a guess that Whirlwind Hippo plus Whirlwind Skarm doesn't make a whole ton of sense. And I would just hope that +1 after rocks, Dragon Claw's enough. Especially with what mixed defenses, we should be able to kill him. Then Gengar dies in one hit. Blissey doesn't quite. But I just dance against Blissey. Or I'd probably just attack Blissey, actually. Yeah. Rotom dies at that HP with the rocks up and faster. Because this... No, I'm not faster, because this set is slower than Arrow. So he... Oh no, but he's not Scarf anymore. He picked it. So, we just Claw here. I'm immune to Flinch, so Fake Out's not even worth going for him. Okay, so yeah. I guess going Gengar there is pretty... So, I guess my thoughts are, if I go Gengar, right, I just click Shadow Ball. If his Gengar comes in, it dies. If Manchao comes in, it dies.
If Skarm comes in, then it gets some chip, and I can try to Focus Blast to weaken it for potentially Dragonite. That's rough. But at this point, Kabutops spins and Volcarona sweeps, so. And I can also just Fire Punch Blissey down, especially with rocks and sand. I'd probably just sub in front of Blissey, yeah. Yep. Cool. And now he doesn't find out that I'm sub. Okay, and that's probably going to be the last of my day 1 testing, assuming that this all recorded. Alright, I'll see you guys later.